Hello captains, welcome back to this episode. So, right now I've got a video up on the screen here which is the last video we did at Eglin Field, and I have queued up in the sim the same Eglin Field, which just looking at it, the trees do look a little bit different here, but more importantly is the runway details. Okay, so I wanted to see how different the runway details were on the sim now, because we've installed what's it called, Rex Texture Direct, to what they were, which when I believe it was being generated by Rex Airports HD, the markings and the taxiways. Now, just looking at it here, and that's why I put this window up here, so basically we can see the difference. Now, the markings on the runway are a little bit dirtier on here than they are on here. It is kind of strange. If we can sort of no, we can't do that. We have to do it like that. So here it's very dirty, and here it's thingy. Another thing as well is I've also, because I've put the texture direct in, it's also added new cloud textures as well. So the cloud textures is being generated by Active Sky inside of Rex Texture Direct, and the weathering systems that we rain down are Active Sky. But in this video, it was all being done by Active Sky. Now, granted, I've gone back to the same time of day, but obviously it's not going to be exactly the same. But from my end here, the clouds do seem to go straight on into the distance, whereas here they don't. Let's just have a look here. And, oh, okay, no, they do. They go right up at the end. Okay, that's okay. Okay. But the main difference is what I wanted to see was the markings, because obviously in the sim now it's all being handled by the sort of Rex environment, whereas on here it was being handled by something else. Now, it kind of looks like they're both as pixelated as each other, but here we have more details. So, tell you what I'm going to try and do. Let's try something. Let's take this and, you know, see if we can sort of match on here the same sort of views, and we'll take off at the same time as well. So he's taking off now, as it was me. So we best take off. Let me just pause that for a second so I can catch up to the same spot, which was here. Okay, and then we will see. Oh, hello. What's I've got no control here. No control inputs. What's going on? I can take off, but I've got no rudder. Right, okay, so that was a bit of a problem there. Bit of an overstall there. Okay, oh gosh, there's always something in there. I might have to configure a few more things, really. Right, flaps up. That was weird. Okay. Right. So we're going to fly basically the same routes. We are going in the same direction, and hopefully we'll be able to see. Now, looking down, the taxiways do look a little bit different. Not too much different, though. It looks like there's a bit of grass on that tarmac. They don't exactly look like they blend in well either with the other one. So, yeah, they definitely don't blend in as easy as the Rex. I might have to convert them back over to thingy. So where are we now? We want to go over there. Okay. So let's. I can't believe I haven't got any rudder power. This is going to be fun. I've got any rudder, so right. Let's start steering over. It looks like I'm slightly ahead of the video. this is a first for me. In fact, I'm just going to minimize that just a tad because I can't see. I can't believe we've got no rudders. How have I not got any rudders in this thing? Where are my rudders going? I don't want to really pause it or anything like that and sort it out, but I'm sure I can land without rudder. It's just I won't be able to control. Another thing it does as well is it changes the water. Now the water in the video there doesn't look too dissimilar from the water down here. Hopefully we've retained all of our gorgy juiciness of what I liked about the water before. Yep, we've got the reflectiveness still. To be honest, the waters kind of do look very similar. Look very much the same. It doesn't look like there's been much changed in terms of the water. I mean, both the video and this has very much similar waters. Another thing has changed as well as the lightning. So if we get any lightning on the horizon, then it should look different as well. So yeah, it does look a bit different, darker, I'd say. Right. So we're definitely ahead of the video, which is good because then we're going to get a chance to see what the runway markings and everything else are. And ooh, a bit of a wind there. I would also say that the water out here is bluer than it is in the video here, and it kind of blends or stands out as not blending in as much. I might just, I mean, if I don't like the look of this, I might just take the texture direct out and not use it at all, you know. And I wouldn't have known this had I not done this. So okay, let's get a bit windy. Ooh, get a lot windy here. Gosh. So let's get down. We are way too high, I feel. Oh, hello. Is that something on the runway down there? I think there might be a plane on the runway about to take off. Oh dear. Okay, so coming in, I can pretty much see that the details on the runway do quite stand out quite a lot. Dude, I'm coming in. I hope you're not going to take off. We're coming in. Right, let's try and smooth up this. Oh gosh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh gosh, I got no brakes actually. Right. Oh, I've got no way to stop actually. So we're just gonna have to hit the parking brake. Okay, so that's helping us stop actually. So, I mean, I can pretty much see the. Got no rudder control here. So the runway did stand out. I would say just looking at the video, and now what we landed on, that the runway markings stood out a lot more than they do in the video. The video ones don't stand out as much. These have like a very darker look to them, and so therefore stand out a lot more than the ones in the video are paler. So by the looks of it as well, we can move over. Let's put the parking brake on. It's got like texture, weird texture to it anyway. Now in the video, yeah, it is a different type of surface anyway, and that. But on the final, it did, yeah. Okay, well let's go to an airport where... Oh gosh, yeah, that was Destiny Beach. Let's try DFW and see what's changed from the last time we were there in the previous video again. And we'll see what the change is. Again, if I don't like it, I'm just going to delete it off. Like, I don't know if I'm 100% on board with the look of the clouds, but I know they're going to change when I introduce Rex Skyforce 3D. I haven't put any cloud arcs. Oh, it's crashed again. This is becoming an ongoing thing here with the crashing. That's very interesting, that is. I'll have to look into this. Hello, welcome back. This is, now we are at DFW, and just like in the video, the airport previously, the runway details have changed, just like they have the other one. This one, a little darker, same kind of look to it, but just a little bit darker. I think I'm liking this view much better, and by the looks of it, what we see in the video as well is, I mean, it's all grey over there as well. I do prefer this colouring to it, and also it's a little bit less dirty there, whereas in this video it's a lot dirtier, as we can see in our sim right now. In the video, it's like a little bit less. So flaps, what are we doing? There's a lot of wind going on right now, preventing me almost, I think, from taking off, to be honest. I think, like, if I just let my pedals go, I will go off the runway. It's so weird. Let's get back in the middle of the runway here, and let's try and take this puppy in the air. There we go. We're in the air, but we got, oh gosh. Okay, so looking in the video and looking here, this is quite actually sort of, it doesn't look as natural as it does in the video. Let's put our flaps up. The video has a lighter texture to it. This one's darker, and for me, it looks fake with the grass. The grass is also slightly changed, I think, because there is a grass detail as well that has been added to through Rex Texture Directs, who is the culprit for changing the look of our airport, which when we look down, you can see there is a big difference there between the two. And I'm kind of inclined to sort of say that I think I prefer that in the video than what here. Even the grass here has been changed. There's been a texture added to the grass, which isn't as startling in the video. Let's see. Everything else looks pretty much the same. It's got this very similar sort of texturing there. Look, we better turn around here to follow the video. I think we turned around in the video and did a flyover of the airport. There's a lot of wind gusting around here, so we better be careful here. Looking in the sky, though, the clouds do look a little bit different as well. And remember, Rex Texture Direct is handling the sky as well. But as we fly over, yeah, definitely the taxiways. I think the taxiways need to come from Rex Airport. But the runways, I don't mind the runways. The runways are okay. God, there's so much wind, I can hardly fly this plane. Right, let's use the rudder here. Yeah, taxiways, and they're also, the taxiways and the jetways are a little bit too clean now. Whereas before they did look a lot better. It just does not look real to me from Texture Direct. Now, so I think what I need to do is take off the Texture Direct textures and install Rex Airport HD again, which is a simple fix. It's just a case of running the Rex Airport HD textures again, and that will overwrite the, or at least the ones for the taxiways, and then that will overwrite that, and it will look again like the FW. So let's get the video off there. We don't need that now. Let's go. Let's do another circle here, and let's go in for a landing. I feel my flying is absolutely atrocious today. It's so windy. Right, can't really land on that runway. There's not enough space. We're gonna go for another circle. Yeah. So we've done our Eglin field. I'll tell you what, let's change our airport to Birmingham. Let's just get it all into perspective. When we started this video, I'd installed the texture direct from Rex package. So Active Sky in the video before this one was handling the weather, and then I'd installed Rex Texture Direct, so it had replaced runways, it had replaced some cloud textures, some water textures, quite a lot textures within the simulation. And I haven't enjoyed all the replacements. So what I've done is I've gone back to Rex Airports HD because I prefer their runway textures, and I've reinstalled them. Now what's been kept here is the markings on the runway from Texture Direct. They are laying on top of the runways from Rex Airports, and as we proceed now down here, we will see if the jetways and the taxiways still also carry the same textures from Rex Airports. So it's a real windy day here. I don't even know if I'm going to get off the ground. I'm fighting the weather here. It's really trying to blow me off to the right, but I'm really fighting it. So let's try and get off in the air. By the looks of it, actually, the yeah, gosh, flaps up. So yeah, so the if you look out here, the textures for the jetways are back to what they were before. They aren't the grey ones that they are now, which I found really, they just didn't look good, and they stood out a lot against this grass. Let's see here. Obviously our frames are really choppy. We got 15 frames a second, and although it is very choppy, because there's a lot going on in the sim now, and I still got to adjust my sliders, which I will do once I sort out these textures, because in the next video we'll be introducing Skyforce 3D from Rex as well, and that's going to bring its own challenges, and we'll be changing a few things again. But you know, going back to the original video when we took off from the very first time at this airport, it's changed quite a lot. I think there's a lot more happening, and we're really only halfway through developing this this airport at the same time. I've still got to introduce the Mega Scenery Texas, which is going to really replace all of this auto-gen here that you see. It's going to replace buildings, perhaps. Might even get rid of that skyline, which I find quite nice. And then, of course, I've got the FW from Lightbeam, I think it is, or Dream Team, and it's going to replace a lot from here as well. I quite like these textures now. The grass looks like proper grass. In fact, let's see if we can get a bit of height. Grass looks like grass. The runways look really nice. I think they do remind me of the runways that I remember seeing as a kid at DFW. We're going way too, oh gosh. Um, yeah, it does. It does. It is coming along now. It's really windy. Okay. So, yeah, I much prefer the look here now. And one thing I want to point out as well, which I know will change when I introduce Mega Scenery, is that this airport integrates so well with the surrounding countryside, and the surrounding countryside is being handled by Orbex. They are placing all these houses, some trees, and other trees are handled by Terraflora, but they're handling all the placement of this autojet around using the P3D mesh, or texture rather, from its original files, and it's laying it all out as we see. But I think it really fits in well and really blends well with the airport. So what's happening at the airport here, this grass is the grass from P3D, but it's got a texture on it from Texture Direct to give it a more grass-like look, which I think does improve it. It doesn't blend well with Texture Direct's own airport runways and whatnot, so I've taken them off, and we're using the Rex airports. I mean, it's all Rex at the end of the day. I think they make very good textures. I think they make very good files that replace the sim, and you know, literally taking every aspect of the sim and giving it a makeover is what we're doing. I mean, look at the grasses down here. They look really nice. They look really real. The texture of the grass makes the buildings look fake. That's how good it is, you know. So yeah, I'm a lot more happier now that we've changed it, although the frames are going too low, and I have a feeling this is why it's crashing a lot, is because the frames are ridiculously low. And the reason that this is mainly for that My Traffic Professional. If we were to tone down the list of traffic, we would have put that, say, 25%, we would get a little bit of a better frame rate. So that should really go up to a bit better now. Rather, I mean, that was hanging around 5 to 10. It's kind of in the neighborhood, but it's getting up to 15 as well. So it is smoothing out. We've lost a few planes at the airport, but that's okay. In fact, I remember somebody saying they recommend a slider setting of 16, specifically 16. I don't know why, but I remember somebody saying that. And that has actually improved frames. That's given me about 4 frames, that has, and hasn't really had the same impact as losing all the other stuff out. Right, so we're gonna turn around now, because we are quite high here. We're at 4,000 degrees. I mean, I am quite happy. Is my mixture working correctly? Yes, it is. I am quite happy with the sim at the moment. It could be a little bit smoother. It's still jittery. I still do need to make some corrections, but I do really quite like it. I think it's really come along, you know, here. Should we try and land on a taxiway? We haven't had a bit of fun in this thing for a while, so let's see if we can land on this taxiway going straight down. This is the road to hell. Okay. Oh gosh, we're just gonna drop out of the sky, aren't we? That's what's really gonna happen. some speed here. Bring ourselves down. I think we're going to run out of runway, to be honest. We ain't going to get down low enough. In fact, we might as well just do a little turn around. I do like that skyline of Dallas, though, and that is really something I'm going to debate. If I don't like the look of the Texas... Oh gosh, we're stalling, man. More power. If I don't like the look of the Texas mega scenery, then I will be removing it in favor of what I see right here. But I know it's going to improve my frame rates by installing it, because all this auto-gen will now not be placed. Right, so I'm going to do another weird approach here. We are going to turn around the length of this runway here. So here we go. Right. Here we go. Coming into it. Further down. Coming in. Oh, we might as well go for the taxiway, eh? We'll get it, we'll get it. Oh, the wind's blowing us the other direction anyway. The wind will blow us onto the runway. Trust me. We will get blown straight onto that runway. Oh, it's blowing us the other way. Ah! Let's try and... Blow me, blow me. Go on, blow me. Go on, get me over. Here we go. Power. Oh, I might as well just try and land it here. Let's kill the power now. And here we go in. There we go. Yep, that's right, love. I'm on the taxiway. Whee. There we go. So yeah, I'm liking the look of this now. It's coming back to what I remember. We've still got some way to go. We've still got loads of areas to stick in. I've got Los Angeles X, Miami City X, New York City X, Washington and Amsterdam X, Malaga X, La Palma X, Antarctica X. I got a lot of X products. So the next one we are going to put in is Rex Skyforce 3D. We're going to come back to the DFW. We're going to see how the skies look. It's going to be exactly the same day, so there should really be no reason for it to look worse, and we will see what it looks like then. So thanks for watching this video and for bearing with me all this time. And as always, if you've got a flight plan you want me to fly in a C-152, just let me know in the comments section and I will make that video so for just you. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.